Thursday, November 9th. My name is Chris, and I copied Network Bit's intro. But I think it's important that I use the date for today's particular video because of the current situation that crypto is in. Let's just jump right into it. It is a green morning. I'm looking at the wrong one right now, but I wanted to point out High Mapper in a second just because I realized how much it's gone up since I started that project, started mapping. Bitcoin is almost at we're getting close to $38,000, which we haven't touched since May of 2022 when Terra collapsed. So that has been a very, very long time. That's a year and 6 months. That's a very long time since Bitcoin has been up. So we've been living in the bear market pretty much, and there's a lot of hope, a lot of optimism that this is going to be the start of the new bull run. Now, what do I think? Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is going to be long-term gains or if this is just kind of sort of a pump because of the news that has been announced. And that news is because of the ETF approval that we are expecting to see in the next couple of days. And that is because of this particular analysis from Bloomberg point to an 8-day window beginning on November 9th in which several spot Bitcoin ETFs could see approval. This is going to give a big kind of green light to the crypto market, the crypto industry, because you're going to get some real world application, and ETFs are pretty much like legit. And when a lot of people see ETF, they're like, oh, wow, like, all right, I'm into it. But when they look at crypto and all this stuff, it's sketchy. You know, you could lose all your money, this and that. Nothing backs it, all this stuff. We've heard all these arguments before, and I'm sure everyone watching this video right now has heard these arguments from family members and friends like, oh, nothing is backing it. Like, it could all go to zero. Ladies and gentlemen, the dollar isn't backed by anything since the gold standard got taken off in the 70s. I think it was 79. So, like, what do they say? They don't really know what they're saying. They're just kind of rinsing, repeating what they hear online. Had to say that. Sorry. I know we're all feeling the same way. But the price of the current flagship crypto rose more than 3.5% to top 37,000 since the first time since May 2022. Also, Ethereum almost at $2,000. We're $20 away from $2,000. It might hit it by the end of this video if I keep talking. And just a little bit more on this article. Over the past year, crypto markets have been desperately searching for a catalyst amid a sea of bad news with all of the collapses and bankruptcies, and the ETF news have been a welcome respite. In ETF approval, we may see another big surge, or we could be witnessing the extent of it. Right now, ultimately, it's too early to tell, pretty much what I was saying, if this rally has legs, but things look promising. Other crypto assets as well have been riding the Bitcoin price this year, particularly Solana, Cardano, Polygon. Also, Caspa is going up pretty big right now. That's a mineable cryptocurrency. And they're talking about before the market's open, like this isn't stocks, all right? I don't know why you're talking about it like that. But, oh, no, it actually doesn't make sense because they're talking about the Coinbase stock, MicroStrategy, Block, and Robinhood. Which going up 3.7%. Meanwhile, shares of Bitcoin miners enjoy bigger boosts. Some other stuff went up. It just talks about some other things here. So let's take a look at this article from CryptoSite. CryptoSite is like literally one of the best crypto news sources that I have found. I had them on a podcast episode. Really great having Joe talk to them and getting them some more recognition. So new research from me today. We still believe 90% chance by January 10th for the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals. But if it comes early, we are entering a window where a wave of approval orders for all of the current applications could occur. So we are getting into the nitty gritty. I just got a notification Avalanche is up 8%. We're getting into the nitty gritty right now. We have approximately, since it's November 9th, we have approximately 2 entire months until these ETF Bitcoin gets approved. All these Bitcoin ETF approvals. If/when that happens, I think it's not financial advice, but I think we are going to go nuclear. I think we're going to the moon, and I'm looking forward to it. But it looks like Ethereum dropped a little bit. This is the problem with watching charts too much. But SEC could decide on 9 of the 12 ETF applications over the next 2 months. Obviously, there's no guarantee. The SEC can take however long they want. Look at the Ripple case, that XRP. That went on for a couple of years. It was ridiculous. Here's some charts. I like how they implement like this, the Bitcoin price and market data at the time of recording. And look at it. It's just going up. It is just going up. Moving on to Hive Mapper. Like real quick, Hive Mapper has been performing amazingly. And I've made, I think it's like close to $400 or $500 if I were to sell my tokens in Hive Mapper. It's insane. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether isn't doing anything. It's staying at $1. Don't know why. BNB, XRP, like look at these charts. It's all green. USDC is not doing too well. It's still at $1. Unbelievable. But Solana's pumping. Cardano, Dogecoin is actually not performing as well as I would expect it to, because that is like one of the coins that, like, if anything goes up, Dogecoin like goes through the roof. But so it's up 1.85%. It's actually pretty much on par with Bitcoin. So the only one outperforming would be Ethereum and Polygon. Solana is up a little bit more. So interesting. I also want to point out real quick Caspa, because it is up 27% in the past day. And I think I have, it looks like I have $748 in Caspa, which I bought like here. So that's pretty epic. Let's keep holding that to the top and then sell it at the bottom, because that seems to be what I do. Unfortunately, the Fear and Greed Index is at 74, and it gives you a little bit of a description of what's going on here. When the value is closer to 100, it means that there is likely going to be a market correction. In this situation, I'm not sure. I mean, there's obviously this news that the ETF approval is going to happen, and I think a lot of people see that, and they're seeing that as a pretty much like almost definitive confirmation that it is going to happen. So they are buying into any of the cryptos that they can, specifically Bitcoin, obviously, because it's, you know, the one that's going to get approval. But the other ones are obviously following with Bitcoin because they're pretty much tethered to the price of Bitcoin. So do I think it's going to market reset? I think if one of the ETFs get approved in the next 8 days, and if it does, I'll make a video on it. If one of them does get approved, I think Bitcoin is going to significantly increase. But if we're still kind of sitting in this limbo stage where we don't really know if it's going to get approved, and we have to wait until January 10th, it seems, at the absolute latest, to get 9 out of the 12 approved, we could be seeing a slight market reset. But I think the hype and the anticipation of the ETF approval is just going to kind of keep everything consistent and on an upwards trend. That's not financial advice. That's my personal opinion, and I have nothing to back that. So take that with a grain of salt, and please do your own research before you invest in anything like this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just not. It's just my opinion. But I think that's going to do it all for this video. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to talk about this, put that in the comment section below. And this will be interesting to see what happens. I say this like every video, but it seriously is going to be interesting to see if an ETF approval does get pushed through and how soon it does and the effect it's going to have on the market. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great one. Peace out.